Hello and welcome back to my 31 days of being thankful in the midst of chaos. Today's is going to be about being thankful for gifts. You could also call it talents. It is going to be out of Romans 12 verses 6 to 8. Go ahead and read that. Come on back and we'll get started. I'm actually going to start in verse 4. For just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function, so in Christ we, though many, form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. If it is serving, then serve. If it is teaching, then teach. If it is to encourage, then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, do it diligently. If it is to show mercy, do it cheerfully. According to these right here, there are different sets of gifts. So you can have a gift of prophesying and words of knowledge and wisdom, all of those that are in 1 Corinthians 12. But the ones that I want to talk about today are your natural born giftings. Mercy, giving, encouragement, hospitality, serving, any of those kinds of things that you've just always had since you were born. God gives each of us specific gifts to be able to use within the body of the church. So just as it says in verse 4, for just as each of us has one body with many members, like our arms, and then our arms are connected to our fingers and our legs and toes. We have a bunch of different body parts that all help us use our body to do stuff. So in Christ, we, though there's many of us that are in Christ, we form one body. We should all be working together, and each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. So God has given us all natural talents to be able to use and further and encourage the body to go out and spread the good news of the gospel. Each of us has a part in it. There is no gift that is greater than another. Have you ever thought about what your giftings are? Is this something new to you? Have you heard of this before? If so, what do you think you're just naturally talented at? Is there something that maybe you're a really good listener? What about teaching? Are you somebody that loves to dive deeper into something, really get into the word and study it more, and then go out and tell other people about it? So maybe you have a natural gifting of teaching. Giftings are to be used to help others within the church. They're not something for us to be hoarding to ourselves and just using for our own advantage. God has given each of us a natural talent to be able to share with others. Do you know what your giftings are? Do you use them right now? I am actually going to put down in the descriptions some tests or websites that you can go to try them out or to answer. I think one of them is about 60 questions. It takes you about 10-15 minutes to answer them. Just because this website tells you that is what you are based on how you answered the questions does not mean that's what you are. If you have never thought about what your giftings are or how you should be using them, this could be a good way to kind of see, hey, yeah, that is me. And then it will give you a breakdown of how you would kind of use that. The way I use my one gifting of just being creative, like a craftsman or hospitality in the campground, is by doing activities and setting things up to bring people together. Say I'm setting up an activity for kids to come and just make a little craft. If I continue to use this gift over and over, people are going to start saying, Stacy, how do you do all this? How are you so crafty? Boom, an open door. Well, Jesus has given me this gift and I am using it to the best of my ability. We're missing out on a tremendous part of the body, being able to bring people together, because your giftings of mercy and my giftings of hospitality, I can set up a craft at my house and invite a bunch of other women over to my house, and I've got all these snacks and drinks and maybe a little activity for everybody to do. But then I'm also going to bring over the person who is gifted in encouragement. And then I'm going to bring in the person that's gifted in mercy and somebody who's gifted in giving. Maybe the person gifted in giving is going to help me supply the resources for the activity that we're doing. This is how you are to use your gifts to bring other people into the body, bring them closer to Jesus, because the person with hospitality is going to have the place to do it all together. And the person in mercy might be able to also talk to somebody who might not know Jesus or is at the beginning of their walk and they're struggling. And the person with mercy and encouragement can go and talk to that person. And because I decided to use my giftings of hospitality and bring them together at the house, this person is now getting what they need. Do you see where I'm going with this? I encourage you to take the 10-15 minute quiz down in the descriptions and come back and let me know. Maybe before you take it, drop down in the comments what you believe your giftings are, just your natural talents, and then go and take the quiz that I have. Come back and let me know what they are. I hope this was encouraging. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, go out and be a light to somebody else today. Bye.